How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. So today is the final part of the Alex's Mobs mod review. So this time we'll be going through Alex's Mobs update 1.5 to 1.7. If you guys haven't seen the previous parts to this mod review, I'll leave those down in the description below. So we'll start off with the Snow Leopard and then we'll end on the Stradpole. So let's get straight into it. So the first mob we have is the Snow Leopard. Now, the Snow Leopard doesn't actually do too much compared to some of the other mobs we have in this mod. So these can be found in the snowy mountain areas. It has around 30 health points, which is around 15 hearts. It is passive until you attack it. So as you can see, there you go. And it does actually deal quite a lot of damage quite quickly, as you saw. It will protect its young as well if you do attack it. You can't actually tame it. That looks so cool. Some of the animations it does is so cool. Sometimes if it does start attacking some other animals, it will drop more loot from when it finishes it off, because it actually has a luck enchantment on it, or a looting enchantment on it, so that's really cool. What you can also do with it, you can breed it with moose ribs. So yeah, like I said, not too much to the Snow Leopard like some of the other ones, but it looks pretty damn cool. Right, moving on to the next one. So the next mob we have is the Spectre. So the Spectre can be found pretty much by the void between the end islands, which are like these sort of things. They have around 50 health points, which is 25 hearts. They are passive, so if you do attack it, it won't attack you. Now, these guys don't actually drop anything. If you do kill them, sort of no point in killing them. However, the only way to damage these things, if you ever did want to damage it for some reason, is by having some potions, and it's the only way you can actually damage them. So if I show you what I mean, just by hitting him, it won't let me throw a potion. However, it should damage him. There we go. And yeah, that did quite a bit of damage to him. There's no point in killing them, to be honest with you. They do go through walls and they just do fly around. The only way to actually get these guys to come near you is by having a soul heart. Now, the reason why you want them to come near you is because you can actually ride these guys if you have a lead. So basically, what you need to do, you attach a lead to them. If I stop flying, basically just being dragged by it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a very cool way to get around as well. You can't control it, unfortunately. I don't believe the lead will break, but yeah, it is just a nice way to get around. But you've got to make sure that you don't actually get too far into the void in case the lead does break. So yeah, as you can see, we're pretty much going over to this island over here from way over there, so it can be a very good way to get around as long as the lead doesn't break. And the way just to get off is just by pressing shift, and it breaks the lead so you can collect it again, but the Spectre will fly off. So yeah, that's pretty much what the Spectre is. Apart from that, it's not used for much else apart from just travel. It's so much faster than the Ender Grade, as we saw in the previous parts. So yeah, let's move on to the next mob. So, the next mob we have is the Crow. So, the Crow can be found in the plains and in the forests. It has around 8 health points, which is 4 hearts. These guys can be pests because they will actually pick at any crops if it finds any. But the easiest way to scare them off is just by putting a carved pumpkin near it. And what it should do is fly away. This guy is very brave. You don't mind it. But what they'll do is fly away. God damn it. You can actually tame these guys. If you throw some pumpkin seeds at it, it will take it, like it does with, like the raccoon does. You do have to give it a couple pumpkin seeds, so let me just grab a whole stack here. So yeah, as you can see, we now have him tamed. So what you can do, you make him stay, gather, or wander, or you can make him follow. So if he does follow you, after a while, he will sit on your shoulders, like so. So yeah, that is pretty damn awesome, not gonna lie. And just to shift, is to basically take him off if you don't want him on your shoulders anymore. So yeah, let's keep him staying there for now. So these crows are actually one of the most effective tamed mob in this mod, I think. It will protect you as well, so if you do get damaged by some enemies, it will try its best to defend you. It doesn't do too much damage, but it does more damage against undead enemies, so that's quite cool to know. Another thing, if I have a chest maybe with an item frame with gravel on it, and I have gravel, and I want the crow to get some if it's been mined, so if I drop it there, and I get the crow to gather some items, what it'll do, it'll grab the gravel, and it'll take it over to the chest and plant it in the chest, which is so clever. I love it. And it will do the same with any sort of container. So if I throw the coal down, the crow will go and gather it, go and put it into the furnace with coal. So yeah, it's so awesome. I love this crow so much. If it is damaged, you can actually heal it by putting it on some hay bale. So if I get it to follow me, basically show you how it works, and I go like that, you can see it's healing because it will have like the particle effects. If it isn't tamed and it does have some sort of food in its mouth, it will eat it. So yeah, that's why they can be a bit of pests if they're not tamed. But yeah, this is a pretty cool mob. We'll just keep him staying there for now with the apple. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. So the next mob we have is the Alligator Snapping Turtle. Now the Alligator Snapping Turtle can be found in swamps. So this guy has 18 health. He is not passive. He will attack you if you go anywhere close to him. Let me show you how he basically attacks. There we go. like so, and he will chase you onto land. Oh, oh wait. Okay, there you go. Sorry, I don't want to die. So yeah, that's quite scary, so you've got to be careful with him. Over some days, he will actually get moss all over his back, and what you can do, you can shear his back to get some moss, or some seagrass. So they won't drop the thing that they're supposed to every time, which is the spiked scoot. But if you do manage to get one, what you can actually do with the spiked scoot is actually quite cool. So what you can do with it is create a spiked turtle shell. So this is basically just an upgrade from the turtle shell helmet. What it does, it gives you an extra 15 seconds of breathing underwater, and it also gives you +2 knockback resistance as well, which is quite cool. There you go. Yeah. Obviously my eyes are blocking it a little bit, but yeah, it actually looks quite cool. From the side it looks really cool, if you can just about see it. These guys can't be tamed, which is understandable considering how quickly they just attack you. And as well, occasionally with this helmet, it will actually give you some knockback boost as well, so it gives you resistance and boost occasionally, so not all the time. And what you can also do is breed him if you want to with some raw cod. So yeah, if you do want to get this spiked turtle helmet, I guess a good thing to do is breed them and get as many scoots as possible. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty much it. So let's move on to the next mob. So the next mob we have is the Mungus. Now, this is a pretty cool mob because what it does, it's actually a reference to Among Us, which is why it's called a Mungus. Because, so basically, if you are talking about it, you'll call it a Mungus, which is Among Us. So yeah, it's pretty damn cool. I love the Easter egg. It looks exactly like it if it had the skin. These guys can be found in the mushroom fields, which is probably understandable because they look like they're from the mushroom fields. These guys have 15 health points, which is 7.5 hearts. These guys are passive, so if you do hit them, they will just run away. They won't actually attack you. So when you do kill one, or it will explode and make the surrounding area into micellar, and it will then create like a small mushroom patch of the mushroom it had on its head. So if I give this guy loads of mushrooms, you can give it 5 mushrooms total, and if we kill it, we'll go like that and then create some mycelium with some mushrooms, more mushrooms than it actually had. You can give it the crimson fungus, the warped fungus, brown mushroom, or the red mushroom. And if you don't want that mushroom, you can just give it poisonous potato. For some reason it's not disappearing, which is very strange. You can actually breed these guys with mushroom stew to create a tiny little baby mushroom mungus even. And you can even put mushrooms on their heads. So yeah, it's really awesome. Another thing these guys can do is if a mushroom is placed on the ground, it will do like some sort of beam thing, and it will basically either grab it or make it into a bigger mushroom, which is so awesome, like the so yeah, that is really cool. Another little cool Easter egg they have is drip. So if I give this guy drip, he gains shoes. Pretty sure this is an Easter egg to something that I'm not aware of. So if you guys know what this is, I can be happy for you guys. Moving on. So the next mob we have is the Mantis Shrimp. So the Mantis Shrimp has 20 health points, which is 10 hearts. It is passive until you attack it. So if I show you what I mean, and it will attack you very fast, it will actually set you on fire. It has massive knockback because it attacks so fast, it will light you on fire. So yeah, it's quite dangerous. I've got to be careful not to die. You can actually tame him. If you have 10 to 30 tropical fish, what you need to do is just literally give it to him, like so. As you can see, takes quite a lot. So yeah, and then he'll be your friend. So what you can do with him, you can command him to follow, stay, break blocks, wander, and that's it. What he does with breaking blocks, so if I show you what I mean, if I give him some dirt and I just shift right click, what he'll do, if I command him to break blocks, he'll actually start breaking blocks. He doesn't do it very quickly, but he will start to do it like so, which is actually pretty cool. What he will also do, he will break any type of block. So if I give him some obsidian and ask him to break some, he'll break some obsidian as well. So yeah, he will break anything you ask him to, which is pretty cool. This is a better way of mining obsidian as well. So you're probably thinking, well, how can I make him break obsidian if he's a water creature? What you can do, you can give him a water bucket. And when you give him the water bucket, he will actually be able to survive out of water forever, which is great. If you do want to kill this guy for some reason, he won't drop anything, so there's no point. So if this guy is damaged, you can actually heal him with any type of fish. So if I give him some cod, he'll heal up 2 hearts. So yeah, that's quite useful actually. And you can also breed these guys with lobster tails. So let me quickly show you what that looks like. So they do actually need to be tamed to breed them. Just found that out myself. There we go. So if those two breed, you'll see what I mean. You get a baby one. Oh my god, they are tiny. So yeah, as you can see, they come in many different colors. You get a red one, you get like a greeny red one, and you get a dark green red one, pink, blue sort of thing. So yeah, it's actually quite cool. Apart from that, these guys aren't used for much else, but to be honest with you, they're used for quite a lot. So yeah, they're pretty cool and very useful if you have them as a pet. So let's move on to the next mob. So with the Guster, these guys can be found in the deserts during storms, and they could probably appear after storms as well. These guys have around 16 health points, which is 8 health. As you can see, he's not passive at all. He will just grab anyone or anything and he will start attacking like so. If you stand too close to him, he will take you up, otherwise he'll just throw sand at you. And obviously, more damage he'll do to you is the higher you are when he throws you up. But yeah, he just keeps charging you. He's very, very annoying. Some of the things that he can drop if he does die is his Guster Eye. The Guster Eye can be used to create a couple things. One of them is the Pocket of Sand, which is basically used as like a weapon, and it shoots a stream of sand. Doesn't do too much damage. I believe it's like 2 health points. It's basically a heart. And you can also use a Gust Maker, which basically pushes mobs or items away from you, like so. So if we use it, and if it's powered with redstone, and I drop this and that, it blows it away with little storms, which looks awesome. Okay, then you can turn it off as well if you want it to. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pocket of Sand is basically how you do it. So it does attack quite fast, but only does like 2 health points or 1 heart of damage. What it will do is if there are drops near it, it will start to throw it in the air, making it harder for you to collect drops that could be on the floor somewhere by this guy. So yeah, he is very, very frustrating. Something quite cool you can do, like a little Easter egg, is name him Twister. Now, if you name him Twister, he's got derpy eyes. Oh, it is so cool. He is quite high resistant to projectile attacks because he will just like throw him around. So if I get a bow, I'll show you what I mean. So obviously it doesn't do too much damage, and that's with a bow. And he does like probably same amount of damage a Pocket of Sand will do. Apart from that, that's pretty much what the Guster does. He looks fucking amazing. He's probably the best looking mob in this mod to me. Plus you can get like the little googly eyes. It's really cool. So yeah, that's the Guster. So let's move on to the next mob. Okay, so the next mob we have is the Warped Mosco. He has 100 health points, which is 50 hearts. He looks massive, and he looks very intimidating. So, as you could probably tell, he isn't passive. He will attack you if you are here. So, he will grab you and he'll keep damaging you. And yeah, that just instantly killed me. So, I think he basically just ate me. That's not good. Okay, let's go back. So, that's one way he can actually kill you. These guys can't actually be found in the nether unless you create him. Now, the way to create him, you need a Mungus and you need a mosquito. What needs to happen is that you have a Mungus and he needs to have warped fungus all over him, and you'll need a crimson mosquito. And what the crimson mosquito will do, it will suck the blood out of the Mungus, like so. Kill it. You will see this crimson mosquito turn a bit blue, and then he does that. So yeah, he's just so intimidating. So if you actually manage to kill this guy, he will drop some warped muscle and some hemolymph sac. So these things can actually be used to create a hemolymph blaster. Now this is an upgraded version of the blood sprayer, and you'll see how much damage it does. So if I do this, it does loads of damage to him. Does around 2.5 hearts of damage each hit very quickly. So yeah, this is very powerful. So yeah, apart from that, this guy isn't used for much else. Good luck if you want to try and kill him. You saw I didn't have any armor on, to be fair, but he instantly killed me and I couldn't even get time to change my game mode at the top. So yeah, let's move on to the next mob. So the next mob we have is the Straddler. These guys can be found in the basalt deltas. They have around 28 health points, which is 14 hearts. They're not passive. They will attack you if they see you, and they'll actually throw Stradpoles at you. They don't do too much damage. They do about 1 heart damage. They're very easy to dodge. So these guys aren't tameable, but if you manage to kill one of these, they will drop some basalt, and they also have a chance of dropping some Stradolite. Now with the Stradolite, you can actually make the straddle board. Now to make the straddle board, what you need is quite a few bits of Stradolite, and you also need some netherite ingots. So this is basically how you would create it, and what the straddle board does, it lets you cross lava, basically like a boat, but it's faster and you won't get burned. So let me quickly show you how far you can go with it. Let me go onto it. This is basically how fast you can go. It is very fast. However, you've got to be quite careful, because if you do go too fast into a wall or something, you will actually break the board. So yeah, you've got to be a bit careful with it. You look pretty cool when you ride it. It does look pretty cool. And you can jump as well. It's a bit like a horse. When you use it to jump, the more you can fill up in like that XP bar, the higher you jump. So yeah, it's actually quite useful. But what I mean by going too fast, so if you crash into this, you do get the straddle board back, but it breaks, so you've got to be quite careful with it. I don't believe these actually do burn. There we go. Yeah, so even if it falls into lava, it won't burn away. And that's the same with Straddler. If it goes in lava, it won't burn away. So yeah, it's actually very useful if you do come across like some lava lakes or something that you just need to get across. But yeah, be careful when you need to stop, because you can actually stop without it breaking. You just have to be a bit careful with it, so, you know. So that's pretty much it for the Straddler. There's nothing else to it really. So we'll move on to the final mob in the video. Last but not least, we have the Stradpole. Now, these can be found in shallow lava pools in the basalt deltas, or they can be spawned by the Straddler, as it does attack you with it. These guys are passive actually. They won't attack you unless they are obviously thrown by the Straddler. These guys aren't tameable, and if you do kill them, they won't actually drop anything either. But there's a couple of things you could do with it. You can actually bucket it. Come here. Come here. There we go, got it. And what you could do, you can take them back to your home. They don't have to be in lava, they can also survive in water. And you can actually grow them with Crimson Mosquito lava. And basically, you can farm it if you want to, where you just get enough Stradlite to create yourself a straddle board. That's pretty much what the straddle poles are used for. And if these guys do grow up into a straddler, they will be hostile, so the straddlers will still attack you even if you grow up these straddle poles. Like I said, you can just use them in like an aquarium or something if you want to have decoration. But apart from that, there's not much else to it. These guys are just here for like decoration, but yeah, I guess they look quite cool, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So there's not much else to it, so let's go and end the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. So that's it. That's all the mobs that I've gone through in Alex's mobs. I hope I did go through everything. If I've not, or if you have any questions, please leave them down below. We'll be happy to answer them. Like I said, I'll leave the links to the previous parts down in the description below. I'll also leave down in the description the 1.8 update and the 1.9 update where I go through those mobs. If you guys want, give me some suggestions down below in the comment section. I'd prefer to do mod reviews on mobs in mods, to be honest with you. Because I enjoy looking at like the design of it, like what they can do and how they can help you out and everything like that. So yeah, I really enjoyed looking at the mobs, because all of them I think look amazing. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe down below. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.